Good evening, Jyoti, Radhika. Am I audible? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Joseph. Is it audible, students? You can tell in the chat box. Jyoti, Radhika, Joseph. I hope it is audible to you. We will start with the class. So I am KRUTIKA Shetty. I am dealing with the physics topics. So mainly we are discussing the class 12th, whatever the topics are there. So before that, briefly we will see which all lessons or which all topics from your class 12th as well as from your class 11 are important for your NEET exam. ಓಕೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಧಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಮೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ the pattern, whatever the exam pattern is there, here it is displayed. The pattern of the exam is that is it is offline exam. It is not an online exam, it is an offline exam. Then the duration for the examination is 3 hours 20 minutes. The total number of questions will be 180 questions need to be attempted out of the 200. Then you have the sections like physics, chemistry, botany and the geology. So in physics, you will get 35 questions plus 15 questions will be there. So total you need to answer out of 50, 45 you need to answer. Same with the chemistry, with the botany as well as from the geology. And what about the marking scheme here? If you are giving the right answer, then it will be +4. It is considered as +4. Suppose the answer is wrong, then it is considered as -1. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ದೆನ್ -1, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ -1. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್, ನೀವು ಶೋರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that marks they are not taking it as a that is -1, it is taken as 0. So ಅದೇನು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. So if you are sure with the answer ಮಾಡಿ, whatever the answer is there, mark it, you will get +4. If you are not sure with the answer, then you can just leave it. So try to avoid the whatever the negative markings are there. Okay, then the maximum NEET marks will be 720 marks. It will be of 720 marks including physics, chemistry and the biology part. So the scoring, how they are going to calculate, that is the total number of correct answers multiplied by 4 minus total number of incorrect answers into 1. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then next here we have in physics, the NEET physics, which all lessons are important. So important chapters, we have listed some of the most important chapters for this upcoming 2024. That is the electricity part. So in the electricity part, total we are getting there like electric charge and electric field lesson will be there. Then electric capacitors will be there. Then electric potential, current, electricity. These all 3 lessons comes under electricity. Magnetism ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? That is in magnetism we are having the, that is magnetism and matter, magnetic effect due to electric current. Okay, then next we have electromagnetic induction. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ lessons ಅಲ್ಲಿ cover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then optics, we have ray optics ಬರುತ್ತೆ. then wave optics, then waves ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ waves ಮತ್ತೆ oscillations class 11th ಇದು 11th first year ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then heat and thermodynamics ಅಲ್ಲಿ thermal properties of matter, thermodynamics, then kinetic theory of gases. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ lessons ಇಲ್ಲಿ cover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Laws of motion. So laws of motion, like it is one dimensional motion, two dimensional motion, Newton's laws of motion. So ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ cover ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So these are the important concepts for the NEET upcoming exam. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So this is approximate the weightage of the marks for the particular lesson. If you go for laws of motion, so in the laws of motion, the average number of questions will be 3. So average number of questions anta ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. That will be 3. From this part, the weightage will be, it is 7%. Weightage ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ 7% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Same way for the system of particles, that is rigid body. ಅಲ್ಲೂ 3 questions, number of questions 3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then the weightage in percentage, it will be 7%. Then the thermodynamics ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ same ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then after that we have the magnetic effect due to electric current and magnetism. So here number of questions will be the 3, but the percentage wise the weightage is for, it is, the lesson is for 6%. And the current electricity, again it is for 6%. Semiconductors 6%. Ray optics and the optical instruments, it is for 5 marks, 5%. Then next, gravitation, 2 questions approximately. The weightage in percentage, it is 3%. Then mechanical properties of solids and the fluids, it is 2, and the weightage is 3%. Same way, waves ಮತ್ತೆ work energy power ಮೇಲೆ 4% ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Atoms, nuclei, second year concept, that is 5%. Dual nature of matter and the radiation, it is 4%. Then wave optics 4%. Kinematics, like motion in 1 dimension, 2 dimension, that is for 2%. Then oscillations ಮೇಲೆ 3% ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So this is about the weightage here. So again, if they revise this weightage, again at the end of the lessons, we will see again what all changes they will make. But we will go according to this weightage only. The upcoming classes will be based on this weightage. Then next, here you can see that is the chapters and the questions, how they are going to break up. Okay, so questions ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, that is modern physics ಮತ್ತೆ electronics questions ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 8 questions ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then magnetism ಮೇಲೆ 7, SHM, that is simple harmonic motions ಅಥವಾ oscillations waves ಮೇಲೆ 3, ಮತ್ತೆ optics ಮೇಲೆ 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then electrostatics and the electricity, it is 11, heat and thermodynamics 4, then mechanics part you will get the 13. Okay, so this is chapter wise. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ like 2-3 lessons ಅನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ the weightage is given here. Then next, okay, here you have the NEET physics section comparison of total marks and the difficulty level in the previous years. So 2020-23 do ಇನ್ನೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. So 2022 and 2021 I have. You'll ನೋಡಬಹುದು ನೀವು, that is 2022 easy questions ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು, that is 23. Then in 2021 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 15 ಇತ್ತು, ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ. So then ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, the question paper level will be easy, then medium, then difficulty level. Difficulty level ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, maximum application based questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 2022 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 23 ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಥಿಯರಿ ಆ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್. ದೆನ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ based on the medium year wise whatever the sections are there, right? So now I'll just share with you. I hope you are able to see this. Okay, so what is this here? You will ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ MBBS ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇದ್ದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So these are the colleges in Karnataka. Here you can see the government colleges there in the MBBS college it is. So MBBS college we have in the Raichur it is there, Vijayanagara it is there, Shivamogga, Bidar, Hasan, Mandya, Belagavi, Mysore, Karnataka Institute of Medical Science, then Bangalore Medical College, Gadag, then we have it in the Kalburgi. Yes, so if you are aiming for NEET, you should be choosing ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗೇನೆ ನೀವು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇದೆ. ಕೊಪ್ಪಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Then we have ESI Post Graduate Institute of Medical Science and Research, Kodagu Institute of Medical Science, then Chamarajanagar it is there, Karwar Institute of Medical Science. So these are government medical college for MBBS seat. ಇದೇ ತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ BDS ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಂಟಲ್ BHMS BAMS ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ that from first only you need to focus these all points ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಈಗಿಂದಾನೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಇಂಟೇಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಟೆಡ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಟೆಡ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇಂಟೇಕ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಾಯಚೂರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 150. ಸೊ ಈ 150 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕೋಟಾ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಇದ್ರಿದೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 22 ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ವೈಸ್ ಕೋಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ 128 ಸೀಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 150. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇಂಟೇಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ದ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲೌಟೆಡ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು 2-3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ we will go for our lesson. So here you can see as you are going to write the NEET exam, ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ತುಂಬಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. you should be clear whatever the documents is required. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಿಂದಾನೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So you require the copy of the Karnataka NEET Counseling 2022 application form. Then next, proof of payment of the counseling fee. Then NEET 2022 admit card. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನ್ NEET ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ನಂತರ ನೀವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 10th ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 12th ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, NEET ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ID ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಯು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಫೋಟೋ. So if you are having any caste or category, then you require that category wise whatever the caste and income certificates. Rural study certificate, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಇಂದ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, so that you can have the rural certificates also. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ, ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೀದರ್ ಆ ತರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಆರ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಟೌನ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನೀಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ content I have shared with you, it will be helpful for you in the upcoming days. Yes. So if you just introduce yourself, we can start with the class. Yes, Jyoti. Jyoti, you are from which college? Speak, students. Yes.
Samvit Independent College, ma'am.
Where it is?
Bailangal.
Bailangal. Okay. Next, Radhika. Sorry, she left. Okay, Meghna. Meghna, Tosif, any one of you? Speak. It will be good for us to understand you so that class ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಂದ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, Actually, I want you are from Kannada medium or English medium student. Jyoti, you are from English medium or Kannada medium?
English medium, ma'am.
School English medium. Ah? Okay, okay. Meghna? Yes, Meghna, you speak. You are able to unmute yourself. Okay, schooling is Kannada medium. Okay. Meghna, are you able to unmute yourself? Or I'll unmute you. Tausif,
Ma'am, Tausif Pasha, Government PU College, Chandakwadi in Chamarajanagar.
Chamarajanagar. Okay, okay. Schooling, Tausif with schooling alle Chamarajanagarದಲ್ಲೇನಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Kannada medium or English medium?
English medium, ma'am.
English medium. Okay. Meghna. Okay, Meghna, when she will speak, we will see. We will just start with the class. So if you are little interacting, then it will be good because as it is an online class, we require little interaction in the class. So our first topic, as you know, we are going to deal with the second year topics. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಲೆಸನ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ. Okay, you can just contact with the sir. He will tell us whichever the lessons you want. According to that we can go, but my plan is to go along with the whatever the NCRT textbook lessons are there. So first topic we have, that is the electric charge and the fields. So the electric charge and the field, if you go for your that is ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, your board exam, ನಿಮ್ದು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಲೆಸನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 5 to 7 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಮ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೈ ಆರ್ ಟೈಪ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಗಾಸ್ ಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಮ್ರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 to 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಕ್ವಶನ್, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಅಥವಾ 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಆ ತರ ಸೇರಿ 7 to 8 marks you are getting it for the board exam. Aita? So if you go for your NEET exam based on this topic, here many important concepts are there. Based on the Gauss law you may get, based on the electric field you may get, based on the electric charge you may get. So this is a basic lesson for this entire electrostatic whatever the part is there. So ಈ ಲೆಸನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ the remaining upcoming 2-3 lessons will be easy for you. Okay, so here we have the first introduction part, like what do you mean by electric charge? So the lesson itself says that electric charge and the field. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ then we can go for further whatever the detailed concepts are there. So what do you mean by electric charge? See, now we know that suppose your mobile battery is low, what we will do, we will just plug it to the switch port, then we will charge that one. How that? So we say that we are charging the mobile. Suppose if you have a laptop, again what we will do, we will just connect it to the plug and we will charge that one. We are charging these all the electronic gadgets here, right? So here whatever the charges are there, it is stored in the body. How that? So charge ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Suppose if you have a scale, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ if you have a comb, if you have a dry hair, just comb it on your hair and hold it near the piece of paper. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, whatever the piece of paper is there, it will start attracting. ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Next example, here I'll take a balloon. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So balloon anna I'll just rub it on my hair and again I'll hold it near the wall. What will happen? That whatever the ball is there, it will try to stick it to the ball. Iden permanent agi stick agalla, it will be for the fraction of time. So why these things you are observing here? So what is the reason? What is there in the body so that it is attracting the piece of paper or you are able to stick the ball on the wall? So ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ reason ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is the electric charge here. Electric charge is the main reason. Actually current ಅನ್ನ first define ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ electric charge ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ನಂತರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಪರ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ವಿಚ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ the experience of electric and the magnetic effect. ಯಾಕೆ electric ಮತ್ತೆ magnetic effect ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? Because when you have a charge, for example this is a charged body, so when this charged body is there with you, here around this the electric field will be there, and around this the magnetic field is also it is there. So what is electric charge? Electric charge is nothing but actually it is an intrinsic property of the matter. So ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಂಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ವಿದಿನ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ and this is associated with what? That it produces and experiences the electric and the magnetic effect. Okay, so this is the basic definition of charge anta na helbodu. So the charges, based on that we have two types of material, like conductors are there, insulators are there. What do you mean by the conductors? So which will allow the electricity to pass through them, those are called as the conductors. Ella metal anna ನಾವು example of conductors anta consider ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಹೌದಾ? Then next we have, what do you mean by the insulators? Insulators alla ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Here how you have say the conductors, they will allow the charge to flow, the insulators will not allow the charge to flow through them. Okay, then what are the examples for the insulators? Like plastic rod is there, nylon is there, these are all the example for the conductors and the insulators. Then next here we have some of the basic properties for the charge. So what are the basic properties of the charge? Here I'll write and I'll tell you. Yes. So the basic properties of the charges are like, so the first one is charge is additive in nature. They say that charge is additive in nature. Second one, three basic properties ಇದೆ. It is conserved. Charge is conserved anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then next the third property is charge is additive, charge is conserved. Then the third property is charge is quantized anta ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So these are the three basic properties of the charge. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ? We know that suppose if I have the positive charge and the negative charge, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ they will attract each other. So this is the property here. That is, like charges repel each other and the unlike charges attract each other. This is the property of the charge. Okay. Then next, charge is a scalar quantity. So we know that there are two types of quantities. New first year al kaltidira, scalar quantity ಮತ್ತೆ vector quantity anta. Charge is a scalar quantity anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So charge is a scalar quantity. Like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. Then charge is additive in nature, charge is conserved, charge is quantized. Yes, so charge is having only magnitude. The charges can be added only with the numbers whatever it is there. Okay, now let us explain the basic properties of the charges. What is additive nature, what is conserved, and what is quantized. See, so additivity of the charge, ನೀವು slide ಅಲ್ಲಿ PPT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು, fourth point na ನೋಡಿ. So what is additivity of the charge? That is, charges are scalars and they are add up like a real numbers. Real numbers antandre, for example, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, how you can add those numbers? Similarly, we can add the charge on a given body. Suppose if you imagine, that is, you have a body. So just imagine you have a body here. This body is having different charges like 2 coulomb, 3 coulomb, 4 coulomb, 5 coulomb. ಈ ತರ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ charge ಇದೆ. So what is the total charge of this body? The total charge of this body is given by additivity of this. That is like 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Additivity of the charge. Yes. Then next. I hope you are understanding. Is it too fast or it is okay? Yes, somebody reply. Speed is okay or you want me to reduce my speed? Or if you want me to increase also, I can increase. Yes, speak. At least you can chat. Meghna, Jyoti, Tosif. Yes, be free. Don't hesitate. A year long we need to do this program. Okay, I think that you are okay with whatever it is there. So conservation of charge. What is conservation of charge? Conservation of charge ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the total charge of the isolated system is always conserved. Okay, yes. So the total charge of the system is always conserved. That is the initial and the final charge of the system with same. It will be same. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so conservation. So conservation of energy ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. What is conservation of energy? Conservation of energy ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is energy neither be created nor be destroyed but can be transferred from one body to other body. That is called as what? Conservation of charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So that is called as conservation of energy. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ? Conservation of charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ. So what is conservation of charge? Conservation of charge ಅಲ್ಲಿ the total charge of an isolated system is always conserved. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ that charge will be conserved here. It is not lost. So here it is there as it is. That is the initial and the final charge of the system will be same. That is called as conservation of charge. Then the next property of the charge is quantization of charge. So what is quantization of charge? Quantization of charge ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? This is nothing but charge exists in the discrete amount of rather than continuous value and hence it is quantized. Mathematically it is written as Q is equal to Ne. So here you can see this, that is okay. So that is quantization of charge ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ suppose if you have any one body, the body is having the charge Q. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So this charge is equal to integral multiple of charge of the electron. So this is called as what? Quantization of charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. What is quantization of charge? It is nothing but the total charge on the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That is quantization of charge. So based on this, we can see some short numericals like for 2 marks ಅಥವಾ 1 mark ಬರ್ಬೋದು for your board exam and all. ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ suppose your body is having the charge 1 coulomb. ನಿಮ್ದು ಬಾಡಿ ಇದ್ದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 1 coulomb ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So this Q is equal to, it is N into E. What I need to calculate? I need to calculate the number of charges. Number of charges I require here. What is E? E is the charge of the electron. Aita? So the charge of the electron value yesterday, its value is, it is E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Yes. So what is my question? You have 1 coulomb of charge. Andre ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ ಆ ಬಾಡಿದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 1 coulomb ಇದೆ. Then I need to calculate, or I want to calculate the number of charges on that. How to calculate the number of charges on that? It is given by that is Q is equal to N into E is the formula. Q ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, it is 1 coulomb ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So here it is N which I have to calculate, then divided by. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ E multiplication ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ divided by ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this E value is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 is written as 0.625 into 10 to the power. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ denominator ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 19 ಇದೆ. Therefore numerator ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ it will be becoming plus 19. Yes, so it is becoming plus 19 here. So if I shift the decimal, I can also write it as 6.25 into 10 to the power 18. 6.25 into 10 to the power 18. These are the number of electrons for the 1 coulomb of charge. Artha aita? Similarly, if it is asked for 2 coulomb, directly you can multiply 6.25 into 10 raised to 18. Aita? So this is the explanation of the 3 basic properties of the charge. That is, charge is additive in nature, charge is quantized, then charge is conserved. I hope these 2 slides are clear to you. So what all we have discussed? We have discussed what you mean by the charge. It is the intrinsic property which exhibit the electric and the magnetic effect. Then after that, we are discussing the properties of the charge. Then conductors and the insulators we have discussed. So in the properties of the charge, we are able to explain the 3 special properties here. That is, charge is quantized, charge is conserved, then charge is additive in nature. I hope it is clear to you all. I am going for the next point, that is the unit of charge. So what is the unit of charge here? The charge is expressed in terms of coulombs. So yesterday only I was telling this to some other students, that is, we have the different units of system or system of units, but now preferably we are going for only SI system. Only we are discussing the SI system here. The SI system, the unit of charge is given as coulomb. Okay, so what about the CGS system? SI system anta andre system international anta agutte. CGS system anta andre it is centimeter, gram, second. Howda? Length is measured in terms of centimeter. Food is that is mass is measured in terms of grams. Then time is measured in terms of seconds. Okay. So this is about the units of the charge. CSI unit is coulomb and the CGS unit is electrostatic unit anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is written as ESU. Shortcut alli ನಾವು ESU ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. So coulomb ಅನ್ನ ಯಾರಿಗೆ symbolically C ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. Electrostatic unit is nothing but it is ESU of the charge or stat coulomb ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. So this is regarding the charge, the properties of the charge, then the unit of the charge. Then let us go for the next point. That is electromagnetic unit. So this is also one of the unit of the charge, but now basically coulomb anta kuda use ಮಾಡೋದು. We don't go for whatever the other units are there. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. The next most important, the basic law in this lesson is that is Coulombs law. So why Coulomb? Already you know these all concepts were developed by Coulomb. Therefore, it is called as the Coulombs law. So what is the Coulombs law here? Suppose if you consider you have 2 charges, I have 2 charges. One is plus charge and the other one is negative charge. Aita? So according to the properties of the charge, that is, as it is unlike charges, they should start attracting each other. How that? Therefore, the force exerted by the positive charge on the negative charge, I'll show it like this. The force exerted by the negative charge on the positive charge, I'll show it in this way. Whatever the force between them it is there, It is taken as F. It is taken as F. Okay. Now, suppose if I consider the body A is having the charge Q1 and the body B is having the charge Q2, they both are separated by a distance of D. ಅಥವಾ R ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. Okay. Now, how you can define this Coulombs law? The Coulombs law is defined as it is the magnitude of the force between the two bodies charged as Q1 and Q2 separated by the distance of D. That is written as the force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So this is the Coulombs law. ನೀವು ಇದೇ ತರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನಲ್ ಲಾ ಕೂಡ ಕಲಿತೀರ. There instead of charge you will take it as mass. ಹೌದಾ? So here I'll just simplify this equation. ಆಮೇಲೆ next slide ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Here F is equal to G, sorry, it is K Q1 into Q2 upon R square or D square, anything we can take. So this is Coulombs law. What is this? The force between the two bodies, it is directly proportional to the product of the charge and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And it is written as F is equal to K Q1 into Q2 upon D square. So when I remove this proportionality sign, I have taken a constant K ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. So ಈ K ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The value of K, it is a constant and the value of K is, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay? So the value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Where epsilon naught is called as, where this epsilon naught is called as permittivity. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Permittivity ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So K is constant. Q1 and Q2 are the charges. D is the distance between them. Okay. So this is regarding the Coulombs law. The expression for that, again in the next slide, we have the expression for the Coulombs law. So you can go through this slide. So here you can see the force is given by F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square, where Q1 Q2 are the stationary point charges. So what is stationary point charges? The charge is not moving. How the charge is not moving. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು stationary point charges ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And R is the separation or the distance between them. So ನಾವು D ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, R ಕೂಡ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Therefore, the value of this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is, it is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Then what is epsilon naught? It is permittivity of the free space. It is permittivity of the free space. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ? It is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. So students, you need to remember these two values. That is the value of constant 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 9 into 10 raised to 9 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then you need to remember the permittivity of the free space value 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. Okay. The force between the charges. So same, suppose if you consider epsilon naught, epsilon is the absolute permittivity. So permittivity ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. So what is permittivity? Permittivity is nothing but, actually next ನಾವು concepts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. Now just briefly I'll explain you what is permittivity. Okay. Suppose here one body is there. Through this, the electric field lines are able to pass. If the electric field lines are able to pass, then we can apply the Gauss law there. So when you are able to apply the Gauss law, then whatever the concepts are there, it will be easy for you. So here, permittivity we are discussing. What is permittivity? The electric field lines will pass through this. The electric field lines will pass through this body. The ability of the body to allow the electric field lines to pass through them, it is called as permittivity. Okay. So permittivity ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ and one more it will come for the air. So epsilon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is for the medium, epsilon naught ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is for the free space. So you can see the next equation ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಈ part ಅಲ್ಲಿ this I'll explain, then we will stop it. Then so where epsilon is the absolute permittivity of the medium. So if you take the ratio 1/4 pi epsilon naught into q1 into q2 by r square, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ 1/4 pi epsilon into q1 q2 by r square. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, what all the same terms are there, cancel ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, epsilon upon epsilon naught which is equal to epsilon r. Yes. What is epsilon r now? This epsilon r is called as relative permittivity of the medium, and it is also called as dielectric constant of the medium. Then the Coulombs law in the vector form is given by 1/4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r mod of r square, that is also written as into r cap. ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ mod of r square ಬರೀತೀರಾ ಅವಾಗ r cap ಬರುತ್ತೆ. This is in the vector form. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ vector symbol ಬರಬೇಕು. So you know that vectors ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು arrow mark ಇಂದ denote ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Yes. So this is regarding what? The first law of this lesson, that is the Coulombs law. Then we have discussed about the electric charge. Then the basic properties of the electric charge. So if you people have any doubt, you can ask. Any doubt, or you want me to repeat any concept? So ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it will be good for us to discuss with you. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ? Okay, Meghna is saying no. What about Jyoti and Tausif? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಸೊ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ಎನಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಆರ್ ಯು ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. College has started. College. Yes, gold leaf experiment we will discuss in the next class. College start ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಜ್ಯೋತಿ, ಮೇಘ್ನಾ, ತೌಸಿಫ್?
Ma'am, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ma'am college.
ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ. Okay, okay. What about Jyoti and Meghna? Tomorrow. Okay, for everyone I think it is from tomorrow only. Yes. So whatever the synopsis we are discussing here, the synopsis we have taken mainly only based on the Neet based. Okay, Neet based ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಷ್ಟು ನೀಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಿಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. If you require that, I'll add that and I'll teach that one. Okay, so for example, gold leaf experiment ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ actually Neet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು questions ಬರಲ್ಲ, but if you want that, I'll add that and I can teach you in the next class. Okay, so if you people don't have any doubt, we can go for. Yes, okay, thank you. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, notes ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ನಂಗೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಕೊಡೋದ ಏನಂತ. If it is okay, then we can send. ನಾನು ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ. Okay, if you require the notes, I can forward you, no problem. Actually they are giving you the flash books. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಲಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಅವರು, ಅದ್ರದ್ದೇ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾನು ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ಇದೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. Okay, so we will continue in the next class. Okay students, thank you for your patience.